What's up guys? So today I bring you a comparison video between two new top of the range TVs from TCL and LG. This is also a clash between two flagship display technologies, namely Mini LED versus OLED. So which one is better? Stay tuned to find out. So the mighty TCL C855K Mini LED TV makes a return on this channel to take on LG's latest EVO C4 OLED TV. And in this video, I aim to show you guys what are the main differences between these TVs, the specs, comparing sample footage, movies, gaming, and lots more. Now let's begin with the screen size. So both TVs are 65 inches in size and other size options are available. The TCL starts from 65 inches and then you have a choice between 75, 85 or 98 inches max. The LG screen starts from 42 inches with a choice between 48, 55, 65, 77 or 83 inches max. So if you're after the biggest screen, the TCL wins at 98 inches. Now moving on to the pricing. The TCL C855K in 65 inches will cost you £1,299 and the LG C4 in 65 inches will cost you £1,699. So the LG is around £400 more expensive than the TCL. And if you went for the largest screen size in both models, the LG C4 83 inch would cost £3,999. And for the same money, you could actually get TCL's 98 inch model. So OLED TVs are usually more expensive. They offer better viewing angles with perfect black levels, high brightness and great color. But are they better? That is what we're going to find out in this video. Okay, so let's talk design. The TCL screen has a three-sided bezel-less design and the sides are finished in brushed titanium metal, and you have a central metal stand which also features two levels of height adjustment. Now in comparison, the LG screen also features a very similar bezel-less design and the sides are finished in solid composite fiber construction with sturdy aluminium central stand. Okay, now let's quickly go over the dimensions. So TCL is 144.5 centimeters in width, 86.9 centimeters in height and 5.6 centimeters in thickness. In comparison, the LG is 144.1 centimeters in width, so nearly the same width, 82.6 centimeters in height, so slightly less height than the TCL, and 4.5 centimeters in thickness, so much slimmer than the TCL. Weight-wise, the TCL weighs 23.8 kg with the stand on and 22.2 kg without the stand. The LG TV weighs 18.5 kg with the stand and 16.6 kg without the stand. And side views of both screens, you can see the difference that the LG is very thin in comparison. Now let's flip these both around and compare the rear side. So the TCL has a 400 by 400 VESA mount and the LG has a 300 by 200 VESA mount. And for ports, starting off with TCL, we have a USB 2 port, Ethernet port, we've got an HDMI 4K 144Hz and we have another HDMI port supporting 4K 120Hz. We've got an antenna port and a satellite antenna port. We've got SPDIF out. We've got two more HDMIs, both supporting 4K 60. And we have a 3.5mm audio jack and a card slot. Quickly run through the LG ports. We've got 3 USB ports. We've got 4 HDMI ports, including one supporting eARC. We've got an Ethernet port, SPDIF. You've got antenna and satellite connections. And a 3.5mm jack for an IR blaster connection. Now let's talk sounds. The TCL has 6 speakers built in, consisting of 4 times 10 watt speakers and 2 times 10 watt subwoofers, giving you a 2.2 channel Onkyo sound system with a maximum power output of 60 watts. In comparison, the LG has 4 speakers built in, giving you a 2.2 channel sound system consisting of 2 times 10 watt speakers and 2 10 watt subwoofers, giving you a maximum power output of 40 watts. Now considering LG is much slimmer in design, they still managed to pack 4 speakers including 2 subwoofers, so I am expecting the LG sound experience to be pretty good even though it's a very slim TV. Now the TCL supports Dolby ATMOS, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS Virtual X and DTS HD. In comparison, the LG also supports Dolby Atmos and DTS Virtual X via pass-through, but ultimately they both do support Dolby Atmos natively, which is great. So the TCL has more speakers and more power at 60 watts. So let's quickly compare the sounds and hear what they both sound like. Okay, so this is a quick audio test. So you're hearing the LG TV first. This is the TCL. Back to the LG. LG. So that was just a very quick sound effect test, not even a proper sound test, to give you guys an idea of the power. But having used both for a few days now, I can tell you straight away that they are both on par with each other. A very nice, powerful sound, except the TCL sounds a little bit more immersive and a bit more power in the TCL. Now let's talk displays. Both are 65-inch models. TCL is a mini LED and LG is an OLED TV. And very quickly, what is the difference between OLED and mini LED? Well, if you want the best TV, it's going to come down to one of these display technologies, and both have their pros and cons. Most of the best gaming TVs out there are OLED TVs, so it's hard to beat the clarity and response time when it comes to gaming. Viewing angles of an OLED TV are also much better. Now, mini LED TVs offer better brightness and more control over black levels thanks to those thousands of tiny LEDs used in a backlighting system. And manufacturers have found it easier to make larger mini LED TVs, and they are also much cheaper in price than OLED. And both display technologies offer a great overall experience, but a few factors may help you decide between the two. So that was a quick explanation between the two, but throughout this video you're also going to see practical head-to-head comparisons in different scenarios, so you can see for yourself which one actually looks better in different scenarios. Alright, so moving on, they are both 10-bit native 4K resolution panels. That's 3840 by 2160, and both support up to 144 Hz refresh. Both screens also offer AMD FreeSync Premium, but the TCL supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, and the Pro version of AMD FreeSync basically supports higher dynamic range. Both TVs also support variable refresh rates and automatic low latency modes. Both screens also support Dolby Vision, HLG and HDR10, but the TCL also supports HDR10 Plus. And the HDR10 Plus simply means it supports up to 4000 nits of peak brightness, whereas regular HDR10 supports up to 1000 nits of peak brightness. And speaking of brightness, TCL supports up to 3500 nits of peak brightness, and the LG supports 1150 nits of peak brightness. The TCL's mini LED technology supports 1344 local dimming zones. The LG OLED TV does not use backlights, so they don't require local dimming zones. Each pixel is self-editing and can adjust its lighting individually, so instead it supports pixel dimming instead of local dimming zones. Alright, so now it's time to compare the settings. I've tried to match nearly all the settings equally where possible on both TVs. So if you can see the brightness levels, they are at 100% on both TVs. The contrast levels are also set to 100%. I've got the black levels at the default of 50. Dynamic contrast is activated on both, and we've got it set to high. Now, local dimming option is only available in the mini LED TV, and I have that set to high. The gamma I've left at their defaults. So the LG is set at 2.2 and the TCL is set at 0. Okay, so now we're going to compare the color settings. You can see the color saturation and color depth both set to 50. The tint have also been equally set to middle mark. So the middle mark is 0 on the LG and 50 on the TCL. I've got dynamic color active on the TCL, and LG does not have that option. Now under clarity, we have our sharpness option. The LG OLED display is very sharp. It's extremely sharp, especially when you max it out. But when you max out the TCL display's sharpness to 100%, it's still not on par to the LG's sharpness. So the LG screen is so sharp that you actually have to turn it down a few notches in order to look normal. So we have tried to match the settings to see what happens, but in this case they are different display technologies. That's mini LED versus OLED. So matching the settings is not going to give you the same or similar results. So you can see the two faces on screen. John Jones still looks okay on both displays, but Miochic's face is too pale in the LG display. I think the TCL has given us a better overall image when using those custom settings. Now let's compare colors. Blue looks fine. Sky blue looks quite different on both panels. Green just looks brighter on the TCL. Same with pink, brighter, but LG is actually showing purple instead of pink. Red again looking more prominent and brighter. And finally yellow, and TCL is again much brighter. Now blacks are looking quite similar on both screens, but I actually found an issue with whites on the LG screen. Whites are just looking odd and washed out. I tried to fix it by changing presets and playing around with tones, turning on and off features, but nothing I did could make that white look bright white instead of tinted grey. So it looks like TCL wins in the colour department, showing all the colours as they should, beautiful, bright and accurate. And here is a nice image to compare. You can see both look really nice, and if you take a close-up look of the rows on the LG OLED screen, you can see more detail. The LG screen definitely produces better intricate details if you look closely, but overall beautiful results on both. Okay, checkered squares, black and white. Again, you can see the difference in the whites. The blacks aren't causing much of a problem, but the whites are on the OLED display. Now here is a quick 4K HDR sample playing back on both TVs, and it's always quite amazing when I play this sample on a new television. If we zoom in on the LG panel looking at the Caesar's Palace sign, you will see that incredible level of detail and the massive display below that sign. And the same on the TCL side, both equally detailed and super beautiful results. Now streaming wise, this TV supports 4K, Dolby Vision and Dolby ATMOS streaming across the board. So this is an example from Netflix, but Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus and Apple TV, they all support 4K HDR streaming with Dolby Vision and Dolby ATMOS. And that's all natively, so you don't even need to attach a TV box to either one of these TVs. Alright, so moving on to the operating systems, or OS. TCL is running the official Google TV version 12, which comes with the Play Store, Chromecast, screen mirroring, Android and AirPlay for your Apple devices, and a choice between Google Assistant and Alexa Voice Assistant. And the TV does support far-field voice detection, so you can activate the voice assistant's hands-free. In comparison, the LG is running webOS version 24, which also has its own app store and its own casting and screen mirroring options for your Android and iPhone. This includes AirPlay for your Apple devices and a choice between Google and Alexa voice assistants. So both operating systems pack plenty of features with lots of recommendations on what to watch next. Now Google TV is based on Android, and that means you can sideload your APKs on the TCL, but otherwise both OSs will give you access to all the most popular streaming apps like Netflix, Prime, Disney, YouTube and lots more. Alright, so I'll be gaming in the background, but I want to talk to you guys about chipset performance. The TCL is powered by the AiPQ Pro AI processor with the MediaTek Pentonic 700 quad-core. The LG is powered by the Alpha 9 AI Gen 7 quad-core chipset. Both TVs are fast to navigate and very swift in operation, and they both come with very good quality responsive Bluetooth remote controls. Okay, now we are testing gaming performance, and I have connected a PlayStation 5 to both TVs. So we are playing the same PS5 games at 4K resolution, and it will interchange between 60Hz and 120Hz depending on which game we are playing.
Charlie, watch me put take it out.
So there you have it, guys. That was my comparison between the TCL C855K versus the LG OLED C4. Now let me break it down for you guys. Both TVs offer a great build quality and design. Both massive 65-inch screens. TCL has a titanium finish, both fairly slim and light, and the LG is slightly slimmer. Both with central metal stands. Additionally, TCL offers 2 height level adjustments in their stand. A massive host of features and AI features in both TVs, including AMD FreeSync Premium and HDMI 2.1 with variable refresh rates. So both great TVs for next-gen gaming. Speaker quality on both were very good. I think TCL edges it with a slightly more immersive and powerful sound, but otherwise they both sound really good. And I did not feel the need to hook up a soundbar. That is how good the quality of the speakers were in both TVs. Both TVs also support Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos natively. I've been using both TVs on and off, and I've even hooked them both up to a 4K 120Hz splitter, mirroring both to see which one looks better for gaming and movies. And I have to say, not much separates them. TCL has the advantage of more local dimming zones and much higher peak brightness, along with Wi-Fi 6 versus Wi-Fi 5 in the LG TV. But ultimately, they both produce beautiful Ultra HD 4K resolution colors, contrast and brightness. But saying all of that, I think the TCL display produced better overall colors. Blacks and whites were more prominent and stood out more. Clarity was actually better on the LG TV. It almost looked like a higher resolution screen thanks to that enhanced clarity. So TCL C855K is an incredible TV for the price. It's £400 cheaper than the LG C4. But I'm not going to lie, gaming on the LG C4 was absolutely amazing. You could feel that low response time that OLED TVs are known for. But I did see the occasional burn-in with the LG OLED. So bottom line, if you want an affordable big screen TV with high brightness, accurate, bright, beautiful colors, contrasts, blacks and whites with no burn-in issues, and it's cheaper, then go for the TCL C855K Mini LED TV. If you want cinematic blacks, wider viewing angles and better gaming performance, then go for the LG OLED C4. I hope you found this video useful and it's helped you see the main differences between these two TVs. If you want to see more of my latest and greatest unbiased tech reviews, hit the like button, sub to the channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.